Tom, the owner-operator, obviously they have a lot of different other issues, and and then you listen to a lot of radio talk shows as well, like if you listen to Dave Nemo, whomever, people are selling solutions right and left on how they can improve their efficiencies. So how do you work with that, and how can OOIDA work with this council, and what's your vision here?
Well, first let me explain a little bit about the industry in general as far as owner-operators are concerned and small fleets. OOIDA represents basically mom-and-pop operations predominantly. We have 158,000 members representing over 200-some-thousand trucks. We have 26,000 company drivers, about 3,500 what we call fleet owners. Usually that's 6 trucks or less. We have a few larger than that, but that basically is our population. So you talk about mom and dad, maybe son comes through the industry, so there's not a lot of money going around for them. So for the biggest problem obviously for our guys is they can't afford to buy something that's not going to work. Because if it doesn't work, it just doesn't mean, guys, we lost a few thousand here or there. We've lost everything. We've lost our home. We've lost our car. We're probably in bankruptcy, and that's a pretty big issue for them. So they don't trust too many people or too many agencies. And as a researcher, I know that a lot of the different products are being financed by certain manufacturers. And certainly the information comes out of there is oftentimes extremely biased because somebody's contributed to their funds. We've had a lot of problems within the industry. We're probably the most controversial of the groups as far as that's concerned because it is so important to our individual driver. It's everything to him or her or to the families. And it's very difficult for most of you to identify with the guy on the road. You may think you do, but unless you've been out there, you probably don't. I've got over 20, old for 30 years. I'm getting old, over 30 years in the industry, and I've driven a truck. I've run a fleet of trucks. I've run a transportation and storage and distribution facility for hazmat that operated in several states. So I've been everything from on the dock to in the truck to running fleets, and there's nothing more challenging than driving that 1 or 2 truck. There isn't the money available to do all the things that you would like to do. You'd certainly like to buy aerodynamics for your truck, but it costs money. That's the way it works. It costs money. So I have to really sit there and figure, and in case you haven't read or seen, we're in a recession. But right now it's really tough for our guys to say, okay, price of fuel's down, that's good. However, that means that maybe I don't need quite as much aerodynamics as I once had because the price of fuel's down and I'm barely making my payments now. So when fuel goes up, that's more important to me. Those things all have to be within my formula. And you don't know how to talk to us, and I can see that here. And again, maybe that's where we'll get controversial, but don't tell me about global warming, okay? Because I understand that. It's a concept I understand. I'm not stupid. I understand the concept of global warming and how bad the situation is. But I'm worried about tomorrow. My paycheck will make it till today. And I got a $1,400 truck payment coming up. And I got insurance costs coming up. And my health insurance, which nobody's helping me with, and 30-some% of owner-operators don't have any health insurance because we're in an occupation that has a high mortality rate as well as injury rate, so I can't get insurance. If I have insurance, it's usually through my wife's policy. I want my little boy to play little league football. You know that? I want him to have a uniform like everybody else. It costs money. I want my daughter to have a cheerleading outfit, but it costs money. And I'm making less than $40,000 a year.